clubs that the kids have the choice of at least 2 or 3 kind of lunchtime clubs within the day.
We were invited to a cross-country event. The school was invited, so we took some of the pupils to this cross-country event, and they got on so well, and they really kind of felt a lot of success for that. So we were saying, there's another one coming up in a couple of months, let's go practice for that. So we invited those pupils that came, I think it was like 6 or 7 of our pupils, came along to this running club that we started doing every Tuesday. And then as the weather started to get bad, we thought, oh, they're not going to want to keep doing this, but they do, they kept wanting to do it. And then some of their friends were like, can I join in this? So, you know, it kind of grew and grew. Some kids like art, so we have an art club going. So some were choosing that. And then from there was one of our pupils really liked baking. So we actually thought, you know what, not only can we have a baking club, but you could have a leading role in this baking club. So she was printing out recipes and printing out things and taking like a real kind of supportive role in that. And then when that happened, well, actually this leadership role is a really nice thing. So one of our pupils that had been coming to running club, I was like, instead of me taking you for your warm-up, why don't you take the warm-up this week? So then he started taking the warm-up and running club. And then from there, other people were like, when's my turn to take the warm-up and running club? So they were all like, you know, again, just happening naturally, like taking on different roles. And some people are just there when the weather's like this and they go for a walk around the running club. So, and that's great, that's what suits them and that's their needs. And some were like really kind of, taking on these leadership roles.
But the kids love it, and like Chris was saying, every week it'll be, oh, can I lead it today? Can I lead it today? Kind of things, and they all learn to dance. And a real big high point for me in working in the school was being able to take the Zumba club, but not only that, the kids then performing it at the likes of assemblies and things, and seeing the kind of sense of achievement and pride in the children themselves to stand up and perform that, because they've worked so hard on it for weeks. So that was something that I was really proud of as part of our school, that the kids were able to do that. And you'll be the same when they go to the cross-country events and things, seeing them get their medals and all that. There's not really a feeling like it, is there? It's really, it makes it all worth it, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing, because we actually had the Scottish Disability National Championships at Grangemouth just last week, and we have 4 national champions in our school now. So, and the pride that they took in that was like, it was really, really nice to see them getting their medals and getting their awards and having all their friends cheer them on and stuff like that. So when we do the climbing, for example, we're only taking 4 pupils at a time, but even as he was talking about, like we take one of the more senior pupils in there, they're taking on this leadership role, and they're really confident at climbing, and they're getting up to the top and they're climbing, and that's great, and that's a really kind of noticeable achievement. But there's another pupil who's coming along and not really climbing very much, but really coming out their shell, talking to their friends, talking to us, talking a lot more than I've kind of noticed them talking to me in here. Really comfortable and confident in that way, and not necessarily climbing as high, but you're noticing that, no, this is actually a huge achievement. So, you know, like achievement can look so different for so many different pupils, and it might not always be dead obvious for somebody from the outside looking in. Another thing we kind of implemented with that was, again, we have a lot of pupils that are really good at coming up and saying, I want to be part of this, or I want to be part of the club, but some kids, it's harder for them to communicate that. So we implemented a kind of visual timetable down in the main hall. So every pupil has a photo, so they go and put the photo up on what club they want to attend that day. So there's 3 clubs, and it's great to see, because that really changed the dynamic as well, because you have, you know, one pupil maybe go down and see, actually my pal's in this today, so they're getting to then go and see where their friends are going to be at lunchtime as well. So that's really helped kind of grow it into this real individual choice, and they're not always taking what you expect. Like every week you would expect, oh, such and such will take running club because they do that every week. But now they actually have a much more informed choice of, actually today I don't feel like that, or I see that they're there, so I would rather go here today. So using that really visual timetables kind of really helped it as well.
It's encouraged a lot of peer groups as well, hasn't it, in the school, that maybe we wouldn't have expected, or we wouldn't have thought, oh, they might be friends with such and such, because they see, oh, they're there today, I fancy going there today, and then you see a really nice wee peer group kind of forming, because they regularly go wherever, because they're not in classes together, but they're getting to choose to go with kids from different classes, which is really nice for them as well. Or even the seniors helping the kind of younger children, they're really, really enjoying that, getting to take them to the climbing and stuff like that. And you've been taking a group of kind of mixed children with older kids and kind of younger kids, and to see the seniors come back and saying, oh, I helped the young kids, I helped today and stuff. So that's been really brilliant as well for the children.
Yeah, again, that, like you're saying with the climbing, and that was another one, I think it's came from the confidence of doing these kind of lunchtime clubs, because we kind of lead those lunchtime clubs, and I've been the one that's kind of taken them to like the climbing or the races or the different activities. So we've had like pupils coming up to me and going, when am I going climbing, or when's it my turn? And I'm going, oh, that's great, they've never kind of really done that before, and I'm getting these voices. So I'm listening to them and then going, right, I will make sure you get in as soon as possible, you know, so they're all coming and doing that, and you're trying to get as many pupils involved as possible. So yeah, and hopefully again these things just keep growing, and there is staff that are really into art, so that seems to really give them job satisfaction as well. Like they're coming in going, Chris, can we get some materials, because I've got this idea to do for the art club. So it's really nice to see support staff taking on this kind of role to support these art clubs as well. And then yeah, I think the next one we're going to be aiming for in August is a kind of IT club, because there's somebody that's really into IT and telling me all about the electronic side of it and stuff. So I'm going, right, that's one we'll try and we'll give it a go, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of pupils that like that. And then also we have a wee sensory club as well, so people are taking on different roles within that as well. I think the more we've responded to them, like making those choices, the fact that they know we're listening, you know, like we tried really hard to kind of involve everybody, because again, like when the running club started, like there was kids that would navigate to that really quickly and really easily, but then it gave you the chance to look at who maybe wasn't engaging with, or maybe who was struggling more to engage with, and then giving them that opportunity to try it and see it, and does it work for them, you know, because they might not be able to tell you without going and seeing it and experiencing it. And some of them came along and experienced it and you're like, wow, they love it, and other ones that came along and they're like, it's not for me. So you've like getting to reach those other pupils that maybe struggle to communicate exactly what they want, or the ones that you kind of struggle to know, are they making an informed choice, are they just putting their photo there because they're going to put it somewhere, you know. So really kind of listening, understanding, and trying to reach as many pupils as possible. And
the visual's been really good for the kids' choice and independence to go, because I think it would have been too easy previously to say, oh, they, like you say, they go to running club every week, so send them to running club, that's fine. But to have the visual there where the kids are actually looking at their own picture and going, well, where do I want to actually go today? And you do see some of them kind of standing, going between sometimes, but that's been really amazing for their choice, like you were saying. We respect their choice and we'll try our best to accommodate it as much as we can. So that's why we've had such a good outcome to the lunchtime clubs. I think we all know every child quite well. We know kind of what they're capable of, or how to encourage them to try more. But yeah, it's a really good atmosphere, and we have a good relationship between the staff as well to work with the children. Yeah, because
again, that kind of sense of pride and that relationship, like even when some of them were coming in this morning and we're still kind of on this high from the national event, we were just that, you know, so they're still coming in and smiling and high-fiving, and some of them are still coming in wearing their medals and they're talking about it, you know, and that's really nice. And I saw when we had, after the cross-country one, we had a Friends of Linburn Day, and some people were in, and one of the pupils wore their medal, and they were coming around introducing themselves as a fast runner, like, I'm a fast runner, and that's me, you know. So they took ownership, and that's part of who I am, that I'm an athlete, you know, like, and really kind of proud of being an athlete.
You can tell when you come into the school that the kids are at the centre of absolutely everything we do, and it's so individualised. Every child has a different way of learning in here, and we all work towards that to achieve the best outcomes for them.